Okay, imagine this for a second. Your screen just freezes. A message pops up, and just like that, every photo, every single document, basically every digital memory you have is gone, locked away. And some stranger somewhere out there is demanding you pay up to get it back. That, right there, is ransomware. It's not just some technical glitch, it's like a digital home invasion. And today, we're going to break down exactly how it works and, more importantly, how to fight back.
We've all seen this message, right? It's annoying, it's frustrating, you probably hit refresh, maybe you check your Wi-Fi. It's just a temporary roadblock, nothing major.
But what if this message wasn't just about some website you're trying to visit? What if it popped up when you tried to open your family photos, or your biggest project for work, your financial records? All of a sudden, access denied isn't an inconvenience anymore. It's a full-blown crisis. That's the cold reality of a ransomware attack.
So to really understand how to defend yourself, we've got to know our enemy. Let's break down exactly what this threat is.
You know, the FBI's definition is pretty simple and honestly pretty chilling. It's malware that locks you out and demands cash. You can think of it as a digital kidnapping. Your data is the hostage, and the attackers want a big payday for its safe return. And these attackers, they've got two main ways of putting the pressure on. The classic method is encrypting ransomware. That's where they basically put a digital lock on every single one of your files. But then there's leakware, or doxware, which is way more sinister. They don't just lock your data, they threaten to leak it to the entire world. It's a difference between someone locking your front door and someone threatening to post your private journals all over the internet. So the big question is, how does this malicious software even get onto your devices in the first place? Well, you might be surprised to hear that it often sneaks in through things we do online every single day. These right here are the unlocked doors that criminals just love to slip through. We're talking about those tricky phishing emails that get you to click a bad link, malicious online ads that look totally legit, or even just visiting a website that's been compromised without you knowing. They literally turn our daily online habits against us.
And make no mistake, these attacks aren't random. They are methodical. It all starts with reconnaissance, where attackers are basically studying their target, looking for any weakness. Then comes the infection, then the encryption of your files, and finally, the ransom note hits your screen. It's a calculated criminal operation from start to finish.
Okay, so we've seen what it is and how it happens. But now let's talk about the real-world damage. The numbers behind this crisis really show you just how massive this problem has become. Now, while pretty much everyone is a target, data from Fortinet shows that some sectors are getting hit way harder than others. Just between the second and third quarters of 2024, attacks on software development and healthcare just shot up. And it makes sense, right? These are industries holding incredibly valuable and sensitive data. $5.2 million. According to IBM, that is the average ransom demanded from a single healthcare institution. Just think about that. A hospital where lives are on the line, being told to cough up that much money? The attackers know exactly how high the stakes are. And get this, in 2024 alone, the FBI got over 3,000 official complaints about ransomware. And listen, that's just the number of attacks that were actually reported. The real figure, it's almost certainly way, way higher. Okay, that was a lot of bad news. But here's the good news. You are not powerless here. So let's shift gears and talk about the concrete steps you can actually take to protect yourself. Your best defense really does start with good digital habits. This is the playbook recommended by the FBI. You've got the basics, like keeping your software updated and using good antivirus. But look at that fourth point. This one is absolutely crucial. Your backups must be kept disconnected from your network. Why? Because if they're connected, the ransomware can find them and encrypt them too. All right, let's talk about the worst case scenario. Despite all your best efforts, you've been hit. Your files are locked. What on earth do you do in those first critical moments? This is it. This is the single most important piece of advice, and it comes directly from the top. The FBI is crystal clear on this. Do not pay the ransom. I know it might feel like the only way out, but it's not. And here's the logic behind it. First off, paying doesn't even guarantee you'll get your data back. I mean, you're dealing with criminals after all. But even more importantly, paying the ransom tells them that their business model works. It just funds their future attacks and encourages them to go after even more people. So instead of paying, here's your emergency plan. Step 1, immediately isolate the infected computer. Unplug it from the network. That stops the ransomware from spreading to other devices.
Step 2, get expert help. Call an IT pro. And Step 3, report the attack to the FBI. This helps law enforcement track these groups and can even help protect others from becoming victims.
When it comes down to it, it's so important to remember what we're really up against. This isn't just some piece of malicious code. It is a highly organized, incredibly profitable criminal enterprise that is constantly changing its game. And that really brings us to the most important question of all. The criminals behind ransomware are constantly evolving their tactics, finding new ways to attack. So the question is, are you evolving your defense? Because in this fight, if you're standing still, you're already falling behind.